Hi, my name is Brandon Perez, and today I'm going to be showing my custom CO2 Dragster project slideshow. In this slideshow, I will be showing the whole process of the Dragster project and explaining what we did throughout the process. I hope you enjoy this. So first, of course, we started with sketching. We started sketching the parts that were given to us in the Dragster kit using a dial caliper. And as you can see here in the images in front, I did the CO2 canister and the washers, as well as the other parts. We did this on isometric paper, and we used the dial caliper to get our dimensions and draw them on the iso paper. And we also used the iso paper to, of course, draw our custom CO2 dragster. And the really fun part is that we got to sketch our designs on here, and we really got the creative freedom to see what our dragster would look like. But the thing is, throughout this project, things change, and sometimes your first idea might not be your final idea. Then, after sketching, we got to modeling, We modeled all of our parts in Autodesk Inventor. As you can see here in the images, I modeled some parts, the tires, the body itself, and an eye hook that would go at the bottom of the body. And throughout this process, like I said again, we got the chance to change our ideas and really get to see and experiment what things we could do to change it, and try to see how we could change it, how would it look like, and it's overall, like I said, a I would say a creative phase, because you really got the chance to play around with the body itself in Inventor without actually using the body itself physically. So I guess it was a really fun part of the project. Then, after we modeled our parts, we moved on to an assembly. If you don't know what an assembly is, I'll explain it. It is basically when you put all the parts that you made together in a file and see if there's any interference, or if something's wrong, or if something's not moving right. And after that, we did an exploded assembly, which is the image you're seeing on the top. It basically shows all of the parts that are being used in the dragster itself. As you can see, the tires, the body itself, the CO2 canister, the axles, and the washers are being shown in this picture. Then we moved on to a tedious part, working drawings. The reason it's tedious is because you need to have all the dimensions perfect, and you need to add detail like center lines, and the dimensions have to be correct. As you can see here, the dimensions for the CO2 canister and the eye hook are present, as well as the center marks and center lines. And also, we also had to add a parts list to it, which includes and shows all of the parts, how many, and the material they have. Then, the fun part of the project moved on to construction. We went down to the wood shop and used different tools, to design our CO2 dragster and see it come to life. And we used the bandsaw to cut out our wood and cut out the design we wanted. And then I used the belt sander to sand it more and to make it more smooth. And then I got help from my teacher, Mr. West, to use the router. And as you can see in the pictures, it really adds more detail and smoothness to the body itself. Then, another fun part, you got to paint. As you can see in the image here, I was comparing my actual CO2 dragster to the one I made in Inventor. They look pretty similar, but they're not really the same. Like I said, sometimes our ideas change throughout this project. Then, another fun part, racing. The race consisted of a bracket, and our teacher, Mr. West, told us to grab a number out of the box, and the number determined our place in the bracket. and the classmates, and got to see who they were going against. And in the picture you're seeing right now shows all of the dragsters that were made by my fellow classmates. And you can really see here that there was a lot of great ideas and creative freedom, which is something that I really like throughout this project. So overall, the project was really fun, and I like seeing the ideas of other people come to life, because trust me, there was a lot of good ideas. And also, I want to talk about improvements I could have made. I felt like I could have improved on the design itself, because the one thing that we had to focus on was aerodynamicy and weight reduction. So I felt like if I had more time, I could have probably made a better design, but the one thing I'm proud of is that at least I got to see my idea being used in a race. Even though I didn't win, it was still really fun seeing my CO2 Dragster race against the other ones. Overall, it was really fun, and I would like to do it again if I had the chance to. So, this was the presentation about my custom CO2 Dragster project. I hope you enjoyed.